Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Milianti. I'm from PBIA class. In this video, I will discuss about phonetic as a study of speaking voice, about the benefits of phonetics, a study of English sounds, English and English consonant voice production, how and place articulation, and interaction to English abroad, distinctive features, and the last, phonetic exercise for articulating the voice of English consonants. Okay, let's get started. A. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, phonetics are certain symbols that indicate different sounds in sentence. And about a theory, phonetic can be defined as the study of language sounds, their formation, their frequency as a vibration, and how they are received by ear. And phonetic is the science that studies the sounds of language used by humans, regardless of the whether the sounds have function as difference in meaning or not. And B. Speech sound. Speech sounds are certain sounds heard produced without definite action performed by the organs of speech and used in oral communication. For example, the word book has 4 letters, but three phonemes B, O, and K. As we move down this module, keep this in mind. And C. Phonetic produces language sounds in humans, starting from the study of the anatomy of the speech organ system, such as the tongue, palate, and teeth when producing speech sounds. For example, to produce the P sound in French, the lips must be pressed together, exhale air from the lungs, and open the lips to create a puff. And D. Phonetic products of forms language sounds by speech tools. How language speech are made or spoken, and how language sounds are classified based on their articulation. A. Therefore, it's first of all essential to show that regarding the learning problems in producing English consonants, the data are derived from scientific research conducted by Tiono and Yastanto, who investigate 6 consonantal sounds, for example, V, O, and O, and J, and J, and J, made by Indonesian learners of English. B. According to Aden, 2005, the International Phonetic Alphabet divides English sounds into 58 consonants and 28 vowels. The vowels consist of monophthongs, pure vowels, and diphthongs. Among these pure vowels that exist in English, there are 6 pairs of vowels, also known as short vowels and long vowels. They are I, O, L, noun short vowel, and E, O, I, E, U, O, called long vowels. And see, the benefits of learning phonetic is that we can know what kinds of sounds are formed in the limbs, such as the tongue, nose, lungs, lips. These signs only discuss the parts of the body that product sounds. A. The place of articulation. Also, point of articulation of consonant is point of contact or where obstruction occurs in the vocal tract between an articulator gesture and active articulator, typical some part of tongue, and passive location. In passive location, typical some part of the roof of the mouth, and along with manner of articulation and phonetic, and give us a consonant its distinctive sound. For example, bilabial sounds of P, B, M, labiodental sounds F and M, F and V, and dental sounds O and OW, alveolar sounds T, D, M, I, S, and Z, palato-alveolar sounds G, J, and R, velar sounds K, G, J, and glottal sounds H, labiovelar sounds W. B. Manner of articulation describe two things. The first, how the different organs of speech interact and one another in producing consonant sounds. The second, how the airflow is obstructed. The effect to production of consonant sounds quality. Therefore, manner of articulation gives basic distinctive of how consonant sounds are made. The seven concept of manner of articulation. Steps of fricatives, affricatives, nasals, lateral of articulation are easily remembered by the acronym STO, V, A, N, A, S, L, A. STO stands for stops, F stands for fricative, A stands for affricative, NAS stands for nasal, L stands for literal, and A stands for approximation. A. The distinctive features in consonant sounds is when two different letters are generated in the same place as when we to pronounce B and P. To distinguish the two sounds, the distinguishing feature used by identify sounds difference by knowing whether the vocal cords vibrate when a consonant sound is made voice, or whether the vocal cords do not vibrate when a consonant sound is pronounced without sound. These sounds are both identified as bilabial and stop sounds. To help the learners is distinguishing by sounds distinctive feature is then used to identify the sounds. Distinction by knowing whether the vocal cords vibrate when the consonant sounds are made voice, or whether the vocal cords do not vibrate when the consonant sounds are uttered voiceless. In English, several different consonant sounds are produced in the same place and way of articulation, such as voice, P and B. The sounds are identified as bilabial sound and stop sounds to help students distinguish between the two sounds. The distinguishing feature is used by identifying sounds difference by knowing whether the vocal cords vibrate when a consonant sound is made voice, or whether the vocal cords do vibrate when a consonant sound is pronounced without voice. D. After studying the types of consonant sounds in English from the point of place, way of articulation, students then need to know how to use them to pronounce consonants. English words. This is important because in English consonant usually represent one consonant sounds, but some consonants, for example, C, H, S, can represent two letters with different consonant sound. A. Students need phonetic training because phonetic is one of the sciences that explains how two sounds can be produced by humans properly and correctly. B. Interaction. Students need to do when doing phonetic exercise. A. Focus on making the required consonant sounds. And B. Think about how to make required consonant sounds. And C. Produce the sounds you need slowly and accurately. And D. When you are used to make sounds accurately, you can produce sounds smoothly. D. A. Sounds stop syllable without sounds. P. For example, pin, pan, please, price, pros, speak, sport, paper, paper, apple, and pepper. And B. Sound stops syllable B. Big, bit, black, blue, breed, brand, robot, and lab. C. Sound stops alveolar without sounds T. For example, team, task, trending tracks, swipe, student, cities, totals, team, and concept. And D. Filling alveolar stop sounds D. Part, task, adore, gibberish and play, learning, Edward, leave, start, silent. F. Velar stop sounds without sounds K. For example, cook, kiss, corn, clean, clear, cover, cream, credit, collision, and crash. F. A velar stop sounds filling H. For example, rewatch, get, gas, gun, green, grip, gross, and glimpse. And H. A voice of labiodental fricative without sounds F. For example, feel, feed, feed, finish, and film. Labiodental fricative sounds V. For example, feel, feed, very, fatal, even, evil, eleven, live, give, and love. And I. Voices dental fricative sounds O. For example, them. For example, them, they, din, think, three, thrill, and nothing. And G. Voice dental fricative sounds the. For example, this, then, them, their, other, mother, father, either, together. And K. Silent fricative alveolar sounds as, for example, seems, visible, seems, visible, seen. Voice alveolar fricative sound Z. For example, zero, zebra, music, giving, resign, and busy, crazy, and lazy. And M. Voiceless palatal alveolar fricative sounds j, s. For example, sharing, short, sugar, shake, shrimp, special, social, official, and delicious. And N. Voice palatal alveolar fricative sounds as usually casual, visual, vision, explanation, mirage, a college, garage, and O. Voiceless glottal fricative sounds H. For example, heat, hat, hair, him, history, behind, inhibility, P. Voiceless palatal fricative sounds, for example, cherries, chin, China's teacher, kitchen, watch, and touch. And voiceless palatal affricative sounds, j, jeans, jeep, gym, general, gentleman, and danger. And alveolar nasal sounds M, for example, need, knee, normal, sneeze, snack. And voice alveolar literal sounds EL, for example, lead, leave, last, look, lady, blood. And voice palatal alveolar approximant sounds are, for example, real, red, run, bring. Voice labiovelar approximant sounds W, for example, we, week, will, walk, wear, would, and swim, swallow, twitch. And the last, voice palatal approximant sound G, ye, for example, yes, yellow, yet, your, canyon, million, onion, and music. And for the conclusion about phonetics, phonetics is the field of linguistics that studies the production, delivery, investigation of language sounds produced by humans, and the acceptance of language sounds regardless of whether the sounds distinguish the meaning or not. Okay, I think enough. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.